everyone, and welcome to the Vintage Needle Crafter. My name is Laura. Welcome back returning subscribers and welcome new viewers. This is my little corner where I love to sit down and discuss all things knit and crochet. So I'm catching you a little bit late this week. Today is Thursday, but might not get this uploaded until Friday. The reason for that is I wasn't sure if I was going to make a podcast this week or not. I don't have very many finished objects, just a couple of little blankets. I didn't get out to do a lot of extra filming on anything. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just here to catch you up on what I've been up to. I do have a new cast on that I'm working on. Mostly whips, not a lot of finished objects. Hopefully that's going to change soon. First I want to tell you that this is going to be a much shorter podcast today. I apologize for that. It's like I said, I don't have a lot to talk about, don't have a lot to share, and it's also a very busy time. It has gotten quite cool here now, and it's sweater season. This one you have seen before if you're a subscriber and have been watching me for a while. I finished this one a few weeks back. This is my pullover sweater, my jumper, that I knitted on a large needle using Drops Andes. Using Drops Andes here and holding that double with a strand of hand-dyed mohair. Well, now I've totally lost my train of thought. I got a phone call. It's been a little over an hour now, and I'm too close, I see again. And the sun is starting to come around, so the lighting has changed. Yes, I do believe I was talking about my sweater. I knitted this with Drops Andes and a strand of silk mohair hand dye from Wool Warehouse. And it made this beautiful color play. This kind of like diagonal stripes going around. Yeah, there's the back. And I knitted this up on a US size 10 knitting needle. It was a quite large needle, except for the neck and the cuffs. That was a size 9, I do believe. So this is very soft, very cozy. I love this yarn. I would definitely use this again. I have a vest that I made in Drops Andes and also a crochet cardigan that you'll probably see coming up again. I will show you that again. Okay, that phone call, I really talked myself out. All right. Now I do have a little something of a finished object. A couple of them here. I've just been working on these in the evening. I have 2 scrap little lap blankets. They're for the animals at the animal shelter. I just make them using a J hook or a 6mm hook, and I chain 70, and then I do a half double crochet in the third chain, which will be 68 stitches. Every row is half double crochet, and I usually hold 2 strands together. Got some interesting color combinations. It's just little scraps that I have here. Like in this bag, I have a bunch of different scraps here. And I just want to use them up. I just want them out of my closet. I had 3 bags like that of scrap yarn. That's mostly acrylic, and it's really old acrylic yarn. And I just want to get rid of it. No sense hanging it around. This was the second one. Got into some fall colors with that one. So they're kind of a rectangle. And it's just made to fit the bottom of the animal, their little animal cages there, or wherever they have them sleeping in. at the shelter. So I usually make up like a half a dozen, and then I'll take them over there. Probably won't be until, oh, I like to get half a dozen done before Christmas time. So that'll be nice. That's pretty much what I'm working on. I do have this that's crocheted. And I showed you last week. My hook fell out. Set that there. I'm still working on this, and I'm thinking about maybe showing you the stitch pattern in a tutorial. Right here, I marked where I want it to fold for the sleeve. So if you can see that, I have quite a ways to go yet on it. It is going to be a crossbody wrap sweater that you just slip one arm in and you wrap it around twice and you slip the other arm in. I made mine quite long, and I have quite a unique stitch pattern here. I think it's really neat. I got the idea online, and I just doing just a simple rib, and then you go all the way down the length of it, and it's long. It is long, very, very long. I want to say this is about, if I fold it in half, it's almost 8 feet long. It's quite long, so I should be able to wrap it a few times around. So I'm working on that, and the yarn I am using for it is Yarnsmith's Create Double Knit. This is 100% premium acrylic from Wool Warehouse. And I had ordered another order from Wool Warehouse, and I'm happy to report that the tariffs are not bad. In fact, I just placed an order a week ago, right after I filmed my last podcast, and I ordered more Drops Air, and that's what this scarf is made out of here that I showed you last week. This is Drops Air. Very light, fluffy, with a slight mohair look. Very nice. I blocked this, and it's light, very light and fluffy. I ordered 5 different colors because I want to do a top-down sweater, a jumper, that's like 5 different colors going down. And the yarn was on sale so much that by the time I ordered the yarn, plus paid the shipping and tariff price, it was even cheaper than just the original yarn at the full price. So I was very well pleased with that. I'll be showing you that once I receive that in the mail. It should be any day now. And that's another thing I've noticed too. They're a little bit quicker on getting your order than before. But anyway, yes, back to this. This is Yarnsmith's Create, and this is in the shade Petrol. They have so many shades over there of this. I do like this yarn. It's a 3 weight, so it's a sport weight. Easy care. So yeah, I will try to come out with a short tutorial how to do the stitch pattern. And I will give you another close-up of the stitch pattern. It's bobbles with cross half doubles. Very pretty. And then the rest of it is half double crochet. So yeah, and the hook I'm using for that is a H hook, or which would be 5mm. This is a 5mm hook. It's one of my old antique hooks, and I just love it. I just love it because the paint does not come off. You can just crochet and crochet. This is decades old. It was my mother's. Love it. Okay, yeah, and like I said, I'm working through this yarn. Got a 3rd one started in here of the pet care blanket, and this is another. It just says J, but it's a 6mm hook, and it's another antique hook. And I've got another one. This has got a lot of reds, so just little bits of scraps, putting it to good use, and not having it sit around in my closet, take up space, and just not be used. So, yeah. All right, I do have something knitted that I am working on. And I can insert a picture here. This is called Winter Lines, and it is a pattern by Drops. It would be nice if I used Drops Air, but no, I'll show you the yarn I'm using. This is my progress on it so far. I'm following the charts. It's going to be, the increases are so much that it's going to be shaped a little bit different, but it's going to wrap around much nicer and better. So that's my progress. I'm using a US size 9 knitting needle, and this is the yarn here. I have it in a ball, but I also have a skein. Back here. This I got at Wool Warehouse too. It's King Cole Poplar Chunky, and last year I had made a jumper out of this, and I took this yarn and I held it double with a 3-weight acrylic yarn, and I used different shades, so it's kind of stripy. But this is what I'm using, just singly, to make this. Yep, and I have this one left, and then I have this big ball that rolled under my chair. The weight of this is like almost 2 of these, so I should have plenty enough to finish it. If not, I could always order more now. But yeah, I'm just following the chart, and it's a really beautiful shawl. It's got a lot of different charts to follow, but the charts are quite simple. As you can see in the photo here, it makes quite a unique pattern. I like it. So I'm working on that too. I hope to finish that before December anyway. I know knitted shawls take a lot longer than crocheted ones, and I have a languishing whip that I started last winter, and I have not finished it yet. And I gave it a name. It was called Winter Berry Shawl. And I need to get back to that. I'm going to be pulling that out too and working on that. Also, I am working on a cardigan that's color work, and it's got a chickadee bird design with a little pine tree and snowflake. I'm not bringing it out to show you again because I haven't made any progress on it. It's just kind of sitting for now. So there's that. And also this I haven't been working on either. This is I'll show you again. It's a chevron blanket for my bed. That's my progress on it. I'm just using different scrap yarns. I'm trying to go with a autumnal theme. It will be a long time before it's finished. I just need to keep working on it in the evenings, but I've got other things that I'm doing right now, so. And the other sweater that I'm working on with the chickadee, I'd like to finish that by Christmas. I really would. And I need to get busy on it. But that's everything. So like I said, this is a little bit shorter. I don't have any clips in between. That's everything I'm doing and what I'm thinking I'm doing with the Drops Air when I get it. Yeah, I've got to get out today and pick the rest of my tomatoes because the garden has come to a close. Got a nice potato harvest. And if I have a photo, I think I do, I'm going to put it here. If you can see it, if I have that photo still, that's my potato harvest. I got around 15 pounds of potatoes, so I was happy with that. I still have green beans that are going to seed. I'm going to save the seeds. So, yep, everything's seeding out now. Just got to gather that up and just put the garden to bed. I still have beets to dig. So, yep. Well, with that being said, that's everything I wanted to share with you today, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. You all take care now, and I will see you again on the next episode. Bye, friends!